We bring it here to track cam. I think we are back here now that we've wasted all that time. Uh, just when I think I'm
Yep, I can hear it.
starting to get it back, starting to get better at it.
Yeah, I can hear the audio on channel now.
Yeah, the problem was OBS updated. Okay, so we have our correct audio now. So,
Yep. All right, we ready to send them?
yeah. Jeez.
All
Okay,
right.
we are back and we
Two
are live.
S13s. Absolutely, yeah. Two S13s in the line. One JZ, one RB, I believe. Russ Camp Drift and Taco Me Fiji Water. Two Atlanta guys here that have driven a bit in person. Ooh,
Ooh.
false start of some kind. Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, so the drivers can call their own false starts or restarts here. We have this rule because it's hard to know. Like we may see them hit a cone and they may have just clipped through it. So it's important for the drivers to just call their own like cone hits or anything like that that starts on the line. So it looks like we're having a little bit of car troubles here. So I wonder if he's going to call his 5 minute timeout.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like we're getting back from the line. Is that and there's a little bit of race period here. We'll go ahead and let them call his 5 minute. Let Russ go through and get his next stuff sorted, and we're gonna move on to the next battle for the time being.
All right, so let's look at the next battle here and see who it's gonna be.
Next battle we have Haga and DJ. So
Hey, good.
I wonder if Jace will be able to count them off.
Good. Another one of our last minute motorsports guy driving.
All right, are we ready to go when they get to the line?
Yeah, we were ready.
All right,
Who do we have leading here? We have DJ
it'll
leading.
be DJ leading first.
DJ the Dozer always does good out front. He likes to set his cars up to be very, very fast, or at least faster than whoever he's going against.
That has been a common theme now. We've come back to a tight track. Everybody, at least in practice, everybody was trying to one up each other, trying to get a little bit of speed coming out of turn two, trying to set the pace to the rest of the course. So you'll see some drivers being a little bit more timid up the hill and some trying to charge it. And they are out on this first battle here with DJ in lead position. Kega in the chase. Big flick into turn one from DJ. Going a little deep. Gonna have to pull a little bit of angle out of that as he comes up a little short into turn two. Kind of pushes down that inner clip. Wrapping around to the second outer zone is DJ in the lead position. Transitioning around. Coming up short on an inner clip again. Hega's not letting them get away in that 1UZ powered RX-7. They wrap around in the last turn. DJ fills it deep. And Hega's right there with a little bit of a love tap as they come across the line.
That was a good run from Haga. I think Haga's going to have the advantage going in this, even with the shallow run there, or cutting that inner clip. Haga was right there with them.
Yep, Haga definitely. It's very challenging here when the lead car comes in that tight. It really doesn't give the chase car very much room, and they have to adapt very quickly. So good to see that there. And you're right, I definitely think Haga is going to have a pretty big advantage rolling into the second lap.
Well, they're
They're going to
restacked. Let's
restack.
see.
Yep, let's see what they can make of their alternate positions here as they go out of the gate. The V8 powered RX-7, the RB powered S13 down the hill, flicking a turn one. There's a little bit of contact going turn one. DJ helping Haga get out there to that outer zone. They come around, wrap around the first inner flip. Hagel's a little tight on it as well as they transition down. DJ's trying to play catch up here as Haga fills the second outer. Haga's also tight around the inner flip, and DJ punts him. And DJ has hit that slick wet play. Huh.
You know, that's what we were just talking about. DJ the Dozer.
I definitely saw a little bit of something odd mechanically happen for DJ right there. That's not a mistake you normally see him make there. He just kind of just called him a slur and straight lined it. Don't know exactly what happened. Yeah, I think those not really great runs, not perfect runs from either driver here, but I think that big mistake from DJ is might be the nail in the coffin for him there.
Yeah, this one, you know, I've driven with DJ a lot, and I expect a lot of things, a lot of good driving from him. But one thing he's very consistent about is being faster than whoever he's against. I don't know what it is, but he could catch up, and a lot of times he takes himself out by doing that.
Yeah, he's always very aggressive. Regardless if there's an advantage one way or another, he always is going to be there. Kind of that Chelsea Denofa effect, where it doesn't matter what's going on, he wants to put down the best lap possible every single time.
Definitely doesn't play it safe.
On the wrong side of that coin. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you just end up on the wrong side of that coin.
Yeah.
And, I think this might be a little bit of a result of that there. He's definitely trying hard to catch up here. I didn't see anything from a different perspective of Hagas that may have caused that contact, but of course that's not in a decel area, so.
Yeah, that's something that the judges need to figure out or discuss and make sure that who's at fault, you know, if DJ's at fault or if Haga, you know, slammed on the brakes or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely something that has to go under a microscope there.
Did we get word about who won?
I don't know. It looks like they are pulling up the next battle.
We have the next battle up.
Okay, we have the next battle up. Flipping back to this 1 or 5 minute timeout with Russell and Jace. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call that one for Haga there officially, I believe. Alright, they are lined up with this return of the 5 minute timeout. Neither driver has completed a lap yet. This is a fresh start essentially. We have Russell in the lead position in his Jay-Z powered S13 and Jace in the chase position with his RB powered S13.
I think an S13 is going to win.
I do think an S13 is going to win. I think that's a good call. If I was a betting man, I'd probably say a 6-cylinder S13.
6-cylinder S13. Let's go.
Russell with a good flick, but a long handbrake pull. It comes up a little short. Jace has to dive to the inside of the corner there as they come around. Russ doing a good job extending past that inner flip as they transition down the hill. May have been a little bit of contact there as they flip around to the first to the second outside zone. Coming around to the second inner flip, Russ was a little tight. Jace still right there in the chase position. Not a great rate to angle in that last transition, but Jace right there, not letting Russ get away with anything as they make contact across the line.
That one's going to be... I'm interested to see, you know, was Jace just overly aggressive? Or was there undue slowdown?
Absolutely, yeah, that's something the judges are going to have to consider. It'll be interesting to see the way the second lap comes out. Alright, they are off. Jace in the chase position, the 6-cylinder S13. Jace in the lead, Russ in the chase. They flip into turn 1. Jace much deeper than Russ was. A little bit on the alternate end of that. Comes around the first inner flip pretty well as they transition down the hill. Russ giving that car all he can. I'm hearing the clutch kicks from over here. Trying to keep that thing wound up and caught up to that RB car. Pulls a little bit of angle out of it and some contact into the last zone. All right, I believe the judges have something to think about here. They're gonna have to take a deep dive and figure out what was going on in each
that
direction.
that was a run. I don't know that it was a good one. I don't know that it was a bad one, but it was something.
Yeah, that was in fact a run.
Come on, replay. I'm only trying to kill my computer with all this going on, but it's okay. You know, this is one of those that like wasn't a good run. You know, it just wasn't.
It definitely was not a great run.
It was all over the place and just inconsistent driving. So, take a minute for the judges to deliberate here and figure out what exactly happened on both of these runs. You know, which I know that I believe Russ was having some steering wheel issues, and that is why he got called a 5 minute. It didn't look like he had any kind of problems during this run. So, yeah, neither one did great.
Yeah, what one did well, the other one didn't. And then alternatively at the exact same time, the same thing, right? What one did well, the other one didn't on each side of the line. Russ came up a little short, Jace went a little deep. One got punted early, one got punted late.
We do have a unanimous decision. They're going to be sending it again. We told them they suck and they need to do better.
Yep. So they're going to restack here. I believe both drivers are back up at the line now. So this will be, there was a 5-minute call to begin with. We just did the first battle. This is the second battle, or the first one more time. With Russ taking off in the lead position as he nags a cone. I believe that one's going to be a restart.
Yes. So we talked about this when no one could hear us, oddly enough, or funny enough. The drivers call their own restarts because sometimes we may see them clip through a cone and they didn't hit it or something like that. So they have to call their own restarts, which I believe is what happened.
Yeah,
It was pretty obvious that time.
3 strikes are out. Yep, that was a very obvious one, absolutely. Yeah, and it's 3 strikes are out. So if Russ goes that 2 more times, that will be an automatic 0. As he slow rolls it to get through that time. Coming down the hill, flicking to turn 1. Grabs a little long handbrake drag again from Russ. Maybe a second pump of the handbrake here as he moves his way up the hill. Coming in a little deep past that inside flip. Jason's not giving him any room to get away as he transitions right into the pocket of the West 13. The transition on the first turn flip. Russ is wide. 1, maybe 2 tires off. Maybe a third one off in the sand there as they run into the last transition. Into the last outside zone. Jace putting the orange in the blue as they come across the line there.
That was I must say that was a much better run that time.
Absolutely. That's something we kind of expect to see from these guys here. That was much closer to what we expect to see out of these guys. They put down a bunch of good runs all season. I do believe Jace is actually undefeated in the rounds where he has been able to participate.
Really?
I believe so. I think he's technically our points leader coming into the night. Or this season has already dropped. So there's one drop round for the season. We'll talk about that after this battle as they initiate into turn 1. Jace coming up a little wonky maybe as they come through a little deep on that inside flip. Russ is got a little shake up in turn 1. They're ripping around. Jace fills outer 3, comes around tight on inner flip 2, fills outer 4 as they transition around in the last turn. Russ trying to play catch up here a little bit.
All right, we've got a complete run.
That is a complete run. All right, we'll let the judges go and deliberate about that one.
Yeah, this top down like drone high drone
I like
camera
that one.
view. It
I really like that
Yeah,
one.
I'm glad I set this up because it can really show you some faults and proximity and stuff like that. So you know, I think we have a decision there too, don't we?
I believe there's one judge that has not put their vote in yet.
Keep it up and much better run than the first time though. I mean, this one was they weren't bullying each other off the track or just going off the track multiple times. So bring up the bring up our scoreboard here and our bracket and see who's next. And we do have a winner for that one. Jace will go on undefeated and will be moving on. And then we'll move on to the next bracket here. And then I believe, are you still in it, John?
I am still in it. Yep, I'm the only one of us on the top side of the bracket
Oh
here.
yeah,
Jason
yeah,
and
you're the
DJ
next one.
are both on the bottom. DJ has been eliminated now, so he did not move on against Haga.
I got
So
you.
it's myself and Jason the show. I'll be on deck here against Get Smoky, or maybe right now. Am I supposed to be in?
Yeah, you're supposed to be in, but so right now we have Sloan and Mega.
Yes. Yep, Sloan and Mega, two Atlanta guys. Sloan local in a RX-8. Sloan, of course, in the RBS-13.
Which this is the first time we've seen Sloan on the server here.
I believe so, yeah.
So we all know that Sloan's a very good driver in real life, so I'm interested to see how it plays out in sim life. Ooh.
Oh, that was no good right there. I
Have
don't
a
know what
restart.
exactly had happened. That was a little funky. That chaser sounds gnarly. I don't think we've seen anybody compete in the chaser yet this season.
I thought there was one, but
there may have been one early on. It's a pretty good car. All these have different quirks and features of their own, but it's pretty good to find something in this pack what you align with. Alright, so it looks like they're back in the line again.
Alright.
RPMs are up, lights are off, and they are away. Mega lead position at RX-7. Sloan giving chase in that chaser. Mega with a big flick into turn one. Deep handbrake pull sets him up right into the zone. Sloan was maybe expecting to be a little bit quicker through there. They wrap around, start to come down the hill. Mega fills that outside zone 2 nicely around to the inner flip. Gives it a little bit of room there. Filling outside zone 3 as they transition around in the flag turn. Ooh, Sloan comes in a little deep. A little bit of contact is made. Everybody's staying in it.
We've seen that. We've seen that a lot, where the chase driver, I guess, assumes that the lead driver is going to be quicker than they are.
It's very tough, especially as you go up the hill there, because you never know exactly what somebody's going to do. And from the chase position, it's so easy to get hung out to dry as you come around that first inside clip that you have to be there. But it's very hard to be there and stay in drift and not get caught out if the lead driver does make a mistake. So I expect we'll see that improve as we go through this bracket. Definitely starting out, especially two drivers that aren't too familiar with how each other drives, it's always a challenge. But here they go for lap 2. Sloan in the lead, Mega in the chase, ripping through the gears down the hill, flicking into turn 1. Sloan lights off a little early, blows through the nose of it as he comes up with a little little straight into the first inside flip, tight on the inside flip, transitioning down the hill into outside zone 3. Excuse me, outside zone 2 as they transition around into the second inside flip, outer 4 into the flag turn. Mega's a little deep and in the grass now and off on his own. All right.
That was interesting.
That was interesting.
So judges are gonna have to really decide what happened at the end of that track there. And I guess I should bring up the replays.
Oh, if we go back and look at the replay, it looks like Mega may have been in the dirt before the contact on lap 1. Ooh, that's going to be tough to see.
Yeah, this one's
Unfortunately, I think Sloan may have zeroed going up the hill there into turn 1 on his lead lap.
yeah, this was. You know, I'm a fan of when they suck, have them do it again. You know, it's Friday night. Nobody has anywhere to go. Watch the stream. Enjoy it now that you can hear us. And run them again. Which I think is exactly what's about to happen. They are back at the line and ready to go. We're going to see if the drivers can pick it up.
In this one more time battle, Mega in the lead. See if they can address the issues they had the first time. Drifting up the hill there. Sloan not giving them any room. Maybe a little bit of contact on that first inside flip. Transitioning down the hill and outside zone 3. Yeah, both drivers look far more composed than they did on their initial laps here. And see how they transition into this last zone. On the binders, hard as they rip around. A little bit of contact, a little bit of doors they come through. Love to see it. It's always tough because you never know how hard an Aceto hit is going to be. Aceto isn't very generous when it comes to contact.
You know what? They're drifting at the end of the track here. They're still going.
They are going. They're having fun.
I will say that was Sloan. You know, first time driving these cars, first time driving against Mega, and he wasn't playing no games. I mean, he was pushing them hard. Right, let's see how Sloan does up front.
And out the gate, lap 2, Sloan may dip the tire on the straightaway there, getting a little squirrely. Big flicks into turn 1, keeping the car sideways this time up the hill. They pulled a little bit of angle out of it again, wrapping around tight on the first inside flip. Coming down the hill, a little bit of separation here as they transition to outside zone 3. Through the big inner clip, that big body JZX going wide and long through the inside flip. Transition to the last outside zone. Mega not giving them any room. Here's the second.
Wow, what a
much improved over lap 1. This is why the judges wanted to see it one more time, was to see what these drivers are actually capable of.
That was so much better. All right, let's pull up the side by side and let the top-down camera view speak. I think this one's gonna be a tough one.
This might be a tough one.
This is good. That's what, you know what, we like the tough ones.
We like the tough ones. Everybody has fun with the tough ones. They're hard fought.
If you're watching this stream, if you have your keyboard handy, go ahead and vote who you think won that battle. The judges need all the help they can. You know, send them some money and vote for your favorite drivers. do the judges have a decision?
I don't know yet.
This is
I
a
believe there's 2 of 3 votes in. Alright, I do believe there is a winner. It looks like Sloan is going to advance in the Black JZX.
Sloan gets the win. What are your thoughts on that as someone who judges a lot of competitions?
Absolutely, I think it's very interesting as we go back, and if we want to look at like a play-by-play here, if you will, both drivers definitely made mistakes, and that's where it came down to it still being in the judges' hands. Is Mega had a little bit of a slowdown, kind of an awkward slowdown into turn one. Both drivers pulled steering angle out of it to get up to the top of the hill. Sloan was a little bit tighter on the inner clip. He was a little bit more fluid coming down through the flat outer zone. Mega may have dropped a tire past the second inside clip. There was that little bit of contact into the final zone, where one driver was better, one driver was a little bit worse, and that kind of flipped on both sides. So it's a little tough. It's judge drifting, right? So it's always hard when it goes into the judge's hands. That's why they always say, leave your mark on it. Don't put it in the judge's hands. But as these things go, a lot of times you're always rewarded for being aggressive. So I believe that may have been what tipped the scales in Sloan's favor here, but that call was not unanimous. I'll let it be known. There was one judge that disagreed with the other two.
Well, that's good. You know, that's why you have multiple judges.
Absolutely.
So you have these best 2 out of 3 kind of moments. So. All right, I do believe we're gonna swap
I believe
back.
I should be getting up now. Yep, I'll be on deck. Thanks for having me up in the booth. I'll be back in a little bit.
Yep. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Jace. Welcome back to the booth.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, they were saying the audio was quiet for the presenters. They said it was a little quiet for the cars as well, but mainly presenters. They said that they couldn't hear anything.
All right.
So
Well,
that's
that's
the only thing. But next up, we have John Getting Jr. and Get Smokey. I honestly
Alright.
have no clue who Get Smokey is, but
But he gets smoky.
I don't know. Y'all.
All right. I turned it up. I've messed with the audio every time now. It just seems that it's either too loud, the cars are too loud, whatever. I'll get it right one of these days, or not. You know, it is.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, they'll get ready to send them. All right, so we have John Getting Jr. here in the chase and Get Smokey in the lead, both in Chevrolet Corvettes. One in the silver, one in the yellow. All right, Get Smokey out of the gate here. Otani roasting the clutch behind him, but stick with him. Flicking from Get Smokey. A little bit of lag on my end here. I'm not sure if anyone else is seeing that. Really inside there, choking up Otani, but Otani not phased by it. Oh, he blows past that inner clip. Transitions now. Gets to the outer zone. Ooh, looks like a straight possibly from Get Smokey there. Otani still not phased, staying right there with him, really close considering. Oh, Get Smokey with some weird stuff in the lead, and Otani with a collision. But both drivers are now across the line. So we are going to switch up the order now and then get ready to send these drivers once more. So we will now have John Getting Jr. in the lead and Get Smokey in the chase.
Yeah, I had a little bit of I guess lag from Get Smokey there, and I think we've had this issue with him before.
Yeah, it is very possible. I had a lot of lag on my end for just Get Smokey. Otani has been running and smooth than everybody else today. So we'll see how it goes in this run. Now we have John Gittin Jr. in the lead, absolutely walking away from Get Smokey, getting all the way to that outer zone. Get Smokey really shallow, trying to make up the ground. Now Otani up the hill, getting towards that inner clip. Get Smokey is now making up the gap. Otani transitioning, hitting that inner rumble again, like we saw before. Transitioning once more, getting to that inner clip. Does not hit that though. Hits the outer zone, flicks, and gets the last outer that he has to fill here. Gets Smokey making up the ground, and Otani filling that zone beautifully. A little bit of a shudder in the chase there from Get Smokey. It does look like a little bit of lag still, but hopefully that will be enough for our judges to make a decision. Hopefully it has not affected them too much, but we will see here shortly.
Yeah, I think from what I saw up here, I think it's going to be easy decision there.
And it looks like we do have a unanimous decision. We have John Gittin Jr. with the win on that one. John Gittin Jr. with the win. We have Sam on deck with Davis next. So we have Sam in the lead and Davis in the chase. So we have Davis in the yellow IS300 here, and then Sam is in the four-door R32. So both imported chassis, one Nissan, one Toyota, or a Lexus, depends where the car is made. Some of the Altezas, some of them are IS300s, some of them are IS200s. But yeah, we do have these two beautiful four-door chassis on deck now, ready to go. And funny enough, two guys in our group actually do own these cars in real life. So Otani currently owns a four-door R32, and my brother and Cody own IS300s.
Gotta check the fitment for Cody.
Yeah. The fitment is definitely a little whack here. Cody would be very disappointed. The fitment on the R32 is also kind of whack in the rear there, but not near as bad as IS300. So, all right. Driver's out of the gate now. Get Smokey or not Get Smokey, rather. We have, who is this driver again? Let me see here. Sam. Sam hitting the cones there. So restart has been called. Both drivers re-pulled up to the line and getting ready, and away they go. So Sam out of the gate now. Davis on his chase. Going down, flicking in now. Sam flicking in. Davis was tunneling behind him and making up ground. Oh, a little bit of a bobble in the chase there. Sam unfazed by it, holding down the lead still. A little bit of wide off that inner clip there. Hitting the inner rumble. A little bit of some tire issue with the front car there with the lead wheel, just some funky stuff. But he's making it work. Getting through the rest of the track now. Getting to the outer zone. A little bit shallow on it, but he gets deep in the last bit there. And Davis putting it on his door. Across the line they go. So full pull from road drivers here, what we like to see. And we'll get on to the second half of this battle. So I will say, as a driver on this track, a thing to note is if you mess up in that first corner going up the hill or on that inner clip, it is really hard to make up that separation. There's a huge gap that gets created here, and it is quite the challenge to make it up. So both drivers lined up, rolls reverse. Now Davis in the lead, Sam in the chase. Okay, they go down the straightaway. They're absolutely choosing run through the gears here. Big flick by Davis. Sam right behind him. Davis filling the zone beautifully now, climbing up that hill. Sam with a little bit of a bobble in the chase there. Davis running wide on the inner clip, transitioning now, staying off the inner rumble surprisingly, hitting that outside zone, transitioning once more, getting to the inner clip, going out to another outer, transitioning across, making it to the last outside zone. Big separation here. Can he make it up in the end? No, Sam leaves a bit of a gap there. And Davis has done a full pull. And I will say that was quite the phenomenal lead run by Davis there.
Yeah, Davis really had it together.
He is pulling things together, especially for this one. We've really seen him improve in this round, or this season rather. Davis has improved tremendously whenever it comes to his driving ability. It's really, really impressive. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, the only, I thought Davis was doing something when he came in and had more angle and was catching up in the chase position.
Yeah.
But it's hard going up that hill, like you said, in that first corner.
Yeah.
If you're a little bit off, it really shows itself.
Yeah, very much so. We're just waiting for judges to deliberate now. So we have this side-by-side screens up on the stream now. So if you guys wanted to check it out, you can check it out there. So this is the battle between Davis and Sam, if people are just now tuning in. And it looks like there has been a decision made now. So we have... It is not unanimous, but it is a decision. So we do have Davis with the win. So we will continue on to the next battle, where we will have myself and Mr. Zed, whoever that is. So
Oh, you're still in this, man. Y'all are making this difficult for me.
I know. I do apologize, but we're gonna give her a red hot go. See how it goes. Good luck,
All right.
God bless,
Good luck.
and see you, Gyms, later.
Okay. Welcome back to the booth, John.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm telling you, it's a whole lot easier when y'all go out early.
Yes, it is. It's hard to drive. It's so hard to focus on driving when there's so many
Oh,
other things
yeah, I
going on.
bet. So we have our commentators and judges kind of driving some of these because we didn't have enough people join to make a full top 16. So, we kind of sub in so we can kind of fill the bracket up.
Yep, and we're all here to have fun too. Like this isn't VDC. So this is it was designed for all of our Atlanta homies and friends to get on and like experience that competition environment. I believe most of us used to always run in the iTrack series and Club Sport and Legends. That was always a really good time. So that's something we want to try and bring over into the virtual world so that we can drive every week. And I feel like we've done a pretty good job of capturing that. Like we're all here to have fun. This is an intro competition for most people. I know there's been a few people that have come in and run other competitions. We'll save that for after the battles. We have some contact down here in the tournament. So I'm just blabbing away. There's a three-way pile up.
That was interesting there.
That was quite interesting. I'm not exactly sure what happened. But Mr. Zed in that left-hand drive S15 is off in the dirt. Fiberglass everywhere.
Yeah, that one's gonna have to take a look back at the replay there.
Absolutely. Well, while we're waiting for lap 2, like I said, this was meant for all of our friends to get a feel for competition. So you don't get to drive in competition anywhere with a stock Z, right? It's kind of hard to do that nowadays. So that's kind of what the feel was for, to get the jitters out, the butterflies, experience that side of the competition. So that's why we started doing that, and we've just had a really good time doing it. So this is designed to be an intro drift competition for people. What we do with your batch is we rotate around to different cars and tracks all season. They're all year in different seasons, but they're out for lap 2 of this battle. Jason initiating the tournament. Mr. Zed of Catch My Drift, I believe, is running up the chase in that left-hand drive S15. Struggling to get it into power there, having some sort of issue. Jay still has to finish out this lap. As he rips around the lip in that last turn, Mr. Zed opted to cut the track short there. So don't know exactly what happened on lap 2.
Yeah, all right, that was a run, not the best run. I don't know how the replays are gonna look. It was kind of all over the place there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what had happened to Mr. Zed. There was a little bit of contact as they went up the hill.
I was also on the wrong car, and that is my fault, so.
Skill issue.
Yeah. Turns out I still suck at this. Yeah, I know one of the things the judges have to do is look to see if when the contact is made, whose fault was it? And it can be the lead's car fault for slowing down or not doing something correctly. But I do think we have a decision off of that battle. I think it's a unanimous decision. Jace will be moving on. I was hoping he was going to get knocked out, but he's back in it. Alright, I think we're pulling our other two up to the line right now. Should be Haga and Sloan. Alright. Haga will be leading and Sloan is chasing.
Yep, Atlanta versus Colorado, V8 versus Turbo 6, 2 doors versus 4 doors. And they're out of the gate, down into turn 1. Big flick from Haga, comes up a little short with that back. He puts Sloan in a precarious position as they run up the hill into turn 2. Wraps around tight on the inner flip. Haga ripping down the hill, filling outer 3 and then RX-7. Sloan trying to play catch up here as Haga center punches that second inner flip. Ripping into the final turn, hard on the handbrake, checking it up, getting to the lip, in the door as they wrap around across the line.
Yeah, that was once again talking about who's at fault for things, and I think that's going to put Haga at a deficit. I think Sloan's going to have a advantage here.
I definitely think so. I believe the judges are going to see it that way. It's tough, right? You always want to go out and be a gangster, but the big flicks tend to bite you more than they reward you here. And just in general in competition, it's hard to reward a big flick that disrupts the chase driver.
Yeah, and
here they are for lap 2. Go ahead, sorry.
As the lead driver, you have to do a 100-point run, and you know backies are cool, but they are not 100-point runs.
They are not. That's why judge drifting's stupid.
All right, lined up. We're just waiting for them to send them.
Alright, RPMs are up, lights are off, tires are squealing. Lap 2 in this battle. Sloan out front, Haga giving chase, flicking into turn 1. That big JZX100 ripping through the first outside zone, takes a little bit of angle out of it, maybe a little straight there, getting to the inside flip in turn 2, down the hill into outer 3. As they come back around to the inner flip, Haga not giving them any room here, using that RX-8. Always had a little bit of setup help from Casey Tucker, who's not here tonight, giving a little bit of that secret sauce away in that final battle.
Ah, good one. That was a good run in the second lap here.
And I believe there are definitely some errors on both sides of that, so it's going to give the judges something to look at.
Yes, this definitely could have been cleaner. I think we'll have a winner out of this one though. I know which way I lean toward, so we'll see what the judges say. You know, I really think the leads play a big part in the judged drifting.
Absolutely. That's one thing the judges are always really strict on here is running a good lead run. If you can't have a good lead run, it's really hard to have a good pace.
Yeah.
And we want to put on a show. We want to have as much like tight, close battle as possible. And a 100-point lead run is the best part of that, or is the key to success there.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be cleaner. So, we'll see See what the judges say.
All right, it looks like they're going back one more time.
One more time.
Yeah, they're going to restack here. Haga in the chase, Haga in the lead, Sloan in the chase for this first one more time battle. I believe it comes down to both drivers making a big mistake in turn one.
Isn't this Sloan's second one more time? Didn't his first battle do it one more time?
I believe it did. Feels like that was so long ago now.
I know.
All right, RPMs are up. Lights are off, and we have a restart. Put it on the hauler. Haga ripped the rear clip off that RX-7.
Yep. So here at the Silver Dollar Last Minute Motorsports thing, we have we allow drivers to compete with no helmets on. So that's why Haga does not have a helmet in his RX-7.
Oh, he has a helmet for me.
He's got a helmet for you?
Yeah. The fitment is fine on all the cars for me too, except for the R32. The fitment on the R32 was really bad. They definitely have that pro spec fitment.
Nice.
But out of the gate, clean gate launch here as they come around, flicking into turn one, hard on the binders this time. A little bit of contact as Haga set sail into outside wall.
That's going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, interesting to see. Of course, both drivers had that big bobble in turn one on the first battle. So let's see what the judges have to say about this one.
Sloan's going to finish out the track. Oh, just kidding. Alright, we're going to reset that. I mean, not reset that, we're going to restack that. Sloan will be leading.
Yep, so lining up for lap 2 of this first one more time battle. RPMs are up, lights are off, away they go. A little bit of a hesitation there for Sloan in that JZX powered chaser. Out of the gate, shifting through the gears. Sloan entered in the dirt. That's going to set him off far wide. We have a burst pass up turn 1. Into turn 2. Sloan is back in it, trying not to let him get away with this one. Haga, I think, is running for his life here.
Oh, Haga's in the dirt. I'm going to say that these two have had one too many to be driving.
Yeah, we are fully encompassing our defensive driving simulator skills here.
So in the spirit of Beer Bash, I believe that is why we are waiting on them on their last run there. They were at the line. They both had to finish their beer before we went. So this is Beer Bash. But yes, we do have a winner there. It's no surprise. That one is going to be Haga.
All right, and that brings us into our final four. Myself and Davis. Davis, I believe this is his third Final Four appearance of the season. I always love to see it there. Love seeing you guys. One person I thought was going to be a real heavy hitter here today was Peyton, P-Pop ATL. He was my underdog pick to win this whole deal today. I think he had an issue early on, but throughout the whole week in practice, he was killing it.
Yeah, he's done very good, but I mean, I don't know if this is just a one-off for our yellow IS300 driving resident simp and LZ fanboy, as he's known in the
There we go.
Chat here. But yeah, Davis, talk about an underdog, came out of nowhere, I feel like, this season, and has just done a wonderful job. So now we'll just wait for the drivers to go to the line, and good luck to you, John. And I'll be in the booth, and I'll get Jace back over here and bring back another commentator. Jace, welcome back to the booth.
You guys missed it, really. That was like the most entertaining 10 minutes of my life. So the agreement was for the drivers that were going, is they had to chug a beer the entirety of it before going for a lap. So they made some entertaining conversations and some even better driving. Really phenomenal,
Wait,
I might say.
was it a beer per lap?
I know it, for one of them, it definitely was.
Okay, I
The
was
other
about
ones
to
were
say.
probably just heavy chugs, but
I gotcha.
they're giving her a red hot go. That is for darn sure.
That's awesome.
Yep. So Sloan and Haga absolutely just giving her the beans and beating the heck out of each other. So, but next on deck we have the John Otani, the John Gittin Jr. versus Davis. So we have Corvette versus IS. We have LS versus JZ. And we're about to see the yellow cars get down.
Yellow and yellow. I bet a yellow car wins.
Yeah. It'll be sunset yellow, sunflower yellow, or pea yellow that takes the win. We're about to find out here shortly. We have John Gittin Jr. out of the gate. Now we have Davis chasing. Davis right on his butt. John flicking in. Davis making up ground while backwards. Oh, but he messes up a little bit there. He gets off on the chase. John absolutely running away from him now. Transitioning now. Barely touching that rumble. He's been correcting it throughout this entire time. Transitioning once more, hitting that inner clip. Davis catching up now. John going out to that last outer zone, getting into it, filling it completely. Davis now making up the ground and trying to get there on that door. Phenomenal driving by both drivers.
So that is
And the added Nico drop at the end.
that is something that we have seen from Davis twice in a row now, where he
Him in the Final
comes
Four.
in. Also him in the Final Four, but he comes in hot and more angle, and it just angle stalls it, and the lead driver just takes off.
It puts a brake on it. It's like literally just an air brake, and the lead driver just rocket ships away from him. I don't know if he's throwing a lot of luck because he thinks it's a line run, or if he's trying to do it to intentionally slow. But we're about to find out. Davis is now leading, flicking in. Otani right behind. A little bit of lag of mine from Otani. Davis missing the first part of that zone, but filling the rest of it. Getting up to the top, missing the inner clip. Otani's taking the inner clip. Transitioning now. A little close to that rumble strip by Davis there, but the rest of the run's looking good right now. John right behind him. Oh, a little bit of a punt in the butt there. Oh, and Davis off track. Judges will have to review that and see what contributed to that collision. Was there slow by Davis in the wrong spot, or what was going on there?
Man, I tell you, I think Davis is gonna win this whole thing. Davis has
I know,
done so good.
You watch it.
Oh wait, you're still in it.
I'm still in it. Look here.
Oh my gosh, you people. All right, this top-down view is a little harder. Yellow and yellow car, so know your cars. Yeah, this one's gonna be something for the judges to look at here.
It almost appears like Davis slowed in the transition there.
Well, it doesn't make it easy for judges. They try to figure out exactly what happened here.
Definitely a challenge for the judges.
Yeah, this one's you know, we don't have the inertia lights to see exactly
where the slow is, not exactly
what
how
the
it
slow
happens.
was.
After rewatching it, it looks like Davis was already transitioning and then went to slow, and Otani was just being impressively aggressive.
Yeah,
So.
well, we've seen John has made contact with, I believe, one I know, and maybe two other drivers in that same area. So
it is a point of contact that we've been having here. So
yeah, and we knew that was going to be a tough one. So
looks like we're waiting on one more vote from judges here.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. I know that like they had some major problems here on this one. So,
Alright, it looks like the judges have ruled for a one more time. It is not a unanimous decision. However, there is a one more time battle that's about to commence. So we will have another reiteration of this battle, which I have no complaints with because it was an absolutely phenomenal battle here. Curious to see if Davis cleans up his chase a little bit here and if John's a little bit less aggressive with the attack. So
yeah, so both of the drivers should know as they wreck into each other. Now, these are professional drivers. They're the best we have. No.
Motorsports professional driver.
Yeah, they both know what they need to work on. So if they can change it or not, that's the question.
All right, drivers at the line. They're getting ready to go. We have the John Otani in the lead here, or John Gittin Jr., if you will. And then we got Davis in the chase. So both drivers ready, getting ready to launch, prepped up, and ready to go. Slight delay here. Just icing you guys really quick.
I like the body kit on this Corvette.
There too, it's different.
Yeah.
Alright, drivers away. So John Otani in the lead here, and we have Davis in the chase. John going down, flicking in now. Big flick by Otani, sitting perfectly in the zone now. Davis actually staying with him quite well now. Otani a little bit wide, but only dropping one tire, hitting that inner clip beautifully, transitioning now across, not hitting the inner rumble. There's a separation that's created now between Davis and Otani. Can Davis make up that gap? I know that's the thing that a lot of people have struggled with in practice. Otani getting to the last outer zone. Oh, it looks like he's going to overroad, but he stays in, and Davis makes up some ground with the slowdown there. Beautiful run by both drivers.
That was good. See, Davis really fixed his initiation there.
Yeah, definitely corrected the mistake on the initiation. He's able to stay with John a lot better, but now we see that there's a separation that forms whenever they're going downhill off the inner clip. It really depends on line choice there and setup in the chassis with being able to stay on another car. So that's something that we'll have to watch and see through the rest of the final four battles here. But we have both drivers at the line now. John Otani giving the Chelsea stagger, as we like to call it around these parts, and ready to absolutely munch on the rear bumper of Davis. So both drivers ready, revving up. Otani creeping forward, trying to get the jump on Davis here. Davis out of the gate, Otani right there with him, going down, rolling through the gears, flicking in. Davis and a beautiful outer line, a little bit deeper in the zone than Otani was, but falling out of it at the top there. Otani not phased by it, staying right there on Davis. No separation formed here coming down the hill with the transition of the drivers. Transitioning across, a little bit of a shudder from Otani here with my ping. Making it to this final out of zone. There is a separation. Interesting. I'm curious to see if lag had anything to do with this.
Yeah, I also got the lag on mine, my end here. So, but we have a full run and no contact.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll have to see. That's another thing we have. The lag thing is also kind of like our start is like you have to call your own lag. Now you can't abuse that, but we may not see it, and if you have lag on your sim and it just kind of like disconnects the wheel for a minute, it just throws you off the track. So
Yeah.
we
had an
saw
issue with
some
this with
lag
Russell earlier as well, so
yeah.
it is something that's happening.
Yeah, so we saw the lag this time on our end. They may not have had it on their end, but it's one of those things that like if we may have to rerun just for the lag. It's up to really the drivers if they had an issue with the run or not. So I think we'll need to talk to the drivers and see.
Yeah, figure out what's going on and go from there.
Yeah, this was a close run. So
See what the judges deliberate and say.
Yeah, I do think that we have a lag issue on this one, which is unfortunate, but it is something, you know, that we have to deal with. It's online, people all over the
All over the U.S.
yeah. So
For now, I do have some international buddies I've been trying to loop into coming and drive with us. The only issue is time. So time zones obviously being different and
I
things like
mean,
that.
tell them to wake up at 4 a.m. and hop on the old sim.
Yeah.
So I do think we're gonna rerun this one.
All right. Yep, it does look like a rerun now. So we have both drivers coming back up to the line now. Otani affected by the lag in the chase position, it seems. He was having to give a gap at the end there because of the lag. So with that being an issue, it's not a fair battle because he's having to change the way he's driving because of lag in order to essentially not take out another driver or make a massive mistake. So
So this is that last run. We're just gonna wipe that from our memory, and this will be the one more time battle.
correct. So both drivers at the line now, stacked and ready to go. All right, John Otani in the lead here with Davis in the chase. So we have John in the C5 Corvette and Davis in the Yellow Eyes 300. John flexing the pop-up headlights. The C5 Corvette is actually the last production model car in the entire world to get pop-up headlights from the factory. Fun fact, Lotus and Corvette were the last two to ever be made with pop-up headlights, and the Corvette actually made it 1 month more into production than Lotus did. So the Chevy Corvette is the last car ever to be produced by a factory with pop-ups. So
So
fun
I'm
fact,
trying
just knowledge.
to figure out what's going on here. We know the lead driver, cannot start, a football field behind the line. Warming up tires, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. Alright, they're both revving, and they're away. So we have John Otani in the lead here, and we have Davis in the chase. Davis staying right on his ass here. John flicking it in now. Davis right behind him. A little bit of angle, but he makes it work this time. John Otani climbing up the hill. Davis right there on his ass. Davis taking a different line coming down the hill. Able to stay a little bit closer to Otani this time. Not as much separation created, but there's still a little bit of separation. He's having to transition and cut line a little bit, but not too much actually. Making up some ground. Otani with a little bit of a bobble, but allows Davis to make up in the chase, getting really close in on that door. Beautiful runs by both drivers here. So we are going to switch positions now and send them once more. So we'll see how it goes. Absolutely phenomenal driving from both
Good
drivers
clean
here.
run. I saw no lag there, so we should be good.
All right, we now have Davis in the lead and Otani in the chase with the giant Chelsea stagger, I might add. So Otani trying to get as close as possible onto Davis, not allowing for any separation to be created here. So we'll see if it pans out for him. May have a longer ratio in it, but both drivers going down the straightaway now, flicking in. Davis getting right there on the line. A little bit shallow in the beginning there. A little bit of a bobble from Otani in the chase. On the inner clip there. Transitioning now, going down the hill, getting out to that outer zone. Hits the outer zone, flicking up the hill now, hitting the inner clip. Davis taking out the inner clip there. Davis getting to that outside zone and transitioning towards the last outer. Davis filling the last outer. Otani making up the ground, and a little bit of door tap across the line there. So judges
Another good run, another clean run,
review.
I believe.
A good full pull from both drivers there.
Watching this side by side of where where he starts so far back is hilarious.
It's quite humorous.
I think we're gonna have a winner on this one. I think there was no lag issues. It was a good clean run. And with that, I think we have a unanimous decision.
All right, next on deck is myself and Handbrake Ega. So
All right, John will get the win and move on there. Um, and then Jace, good luck on your battle.
Thank you very much.
Update the stream here. It's really unfortunate that um, the commentators and everyone keep progressing on because
Alright.
it's getting
Gloves are
old
off.
coming in
Back
the
in
back.
booth.
Oh, you're back. Okay. I was just
Yeah.
saying how it's getting kind of unfortunate that y'all keep winning. I'm rooting against
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, it's always tough.
So,
Now we have Jason Haga. If I don't lag out, I moved on to the finals in my battle. Man, Davis has come such a long way, dude. So good. So that was a really fun battle.
that was good. It was unfortunate. We kept having, some lag issues and then one more time. And it was a lot on that
Yeah,
one.
I think it finally came down to who didn't make a mistake, but in this final four battle to decide the other part of the final, Takumi Ichiwa Jace Kern out front, Haga giving chase here in that 1UZ RX-7, ripping up the hill around the first inner clip, coming down the hill, tags him a little bit. Ricky bobbies him into the grass, comes in for that final T-bone. Jace wants to keep going. He had a thing on the chip dirt track and it back to get back onto the drift line there.
Well, that's an unfortunate series of events there that happened for this final or top four battle.
Absolutely. So they've reset. Big deficit here for Haga. Hearing that 1UZ scream as he backs it into turn one. Comes a little bit short in the first outside zone again as he comes up the hill into the first inner clip. Tied on the inner clip. Jace right there in the pocket of the RX-7. Comes down the hill into outer two. Transitioning into outer three. Inner two. Tied on inner two into outer three. Transitioning into the final zone. Comes up a little shallow early. Gets into the zone late. As Jace gets into the door of the RX-7 and pinches him up onto the curb. Alright, my computer is not happy, I knew that.
Yeah, my computer has not been happy this time.
I normally stop the live stream when I'm driving, and I think I forgot to do that last time.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of power to do that.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty clear-cut decision here. I think that contact was Haga's fault.
Yeah, I think it was Haga being a little aggressive there. We know that RX-7's really fast as you charge down the hill out of inner one. Oh god, Calamity in the pits. I don't know if the camera caught that.
I did not. What's happening in the
I think
pits?
the throttle stuck for Davis as he comes out of pits and destroys the back end of that RX-7. Both drivers have opted to their immediate back to pits feature. Alright, we're going to have Davis up front and Haga in the chase. Breathing fire out of the back of the twin exit RX-7.
So we see here Haga did not win against Jace and is now battling for third place.
Correct. Correct. So after here, we'll have a result for this battle. Once there is a result, we'll have that and we'll save it to run the leaders, the final battle, and run that and announce them all at the same time. But they flick into turn one. Davis puts a tire in the dirt there, sets him up pretty well as he runs up the outer zone. Has to pull a little bit of angle out of it to get to the top of the hill. Flipping around down the hill. Haga learned his lesson there, backed off a little bit as they transitioned away from inner one into outer two, into inner two, into outer three, flicking into the flag turn, the final outside zone here. Haga letting all 8 cylinders work as he's trying to keep up with that turbo 1UZ powered Altezza up front. Solar yellow, best color, by the way.
Solar yellow. There you go.
So they're going to flip positions here. Hage's going to be up front. Davis is going to be in the chase. Hage just got into the wall there. I wonder if he is all good.
Okay, we got him back. Flipped him around. Haga leading now.
Hage in the lead. Davis in the chase. As they're getting ready here, RPMs are up, lights are off, away they go. Clean start through the cones, ripping down the front straight here. First, second, third, into turn one. Handbrake, foot brake. Davis not giving Haga any room as he comes out of drift and tags the passenger side door. And tags him hard again.
Big contact.
Hagan's still going unfazed as he powers through in that V8 RX-7. Flipping through inner two, you would have no idea anything happened. Haga is just ripping through, using the power of that car. As Davis comes back and wants the left side door too. As they wrap around to finish out the track.
What a show.
Props,
They are putting on a show.
Run. Props to everybody for staying in it. That was good.
That'd be a good side-by-side view here.
For sure. Definitely excited to see the replay on this one, because that was pretty energy-filled watching it. Can't wait to see this replay.
Yeah, I believe Davis is doing a good job, but he may have the
Davis is doing
curse
a great
of only making it to the top four. Which
I believe he was second last round, wasn't he?
Really? I was about to say I thought he has been top four, like, and that's it. But well, maybe this is it then. Maybe this is his one.
Yeah, I believe he was second last round. Let me pull up the points here. D-Lambs. Yeah, Davis finished second at round 3.
Well, it does look like we have a decision on that one, so we will be moving on to the finals. One more battle for this season, and we'll see who takes the win.
I guess I should have been keeping up with the points as we go through here, shouldn't I?
Oh my god, is it you and Jace?
It's me and Jace.
Oh god.
So you are solo commentating for this last one. I'll go
Alright.
ahead and excuse myself.
Good luck.
Thanks. Yep, appreciate it.
Alright, it's just me. And that's alright. We'll bring the drivers up to the line. Maybe. Alright, Jace is here. Playing in the dirt. Alright. Looks like we'll have Otani leading. Jace in the chase. Follow the right person here. Alright, looks like Jace is going to do that Chelsea start. Way back here. Not as far back as John usually starts, so we'll see how that goes. Riding the clutch as the driver's off. Headed down the straight for the first outer zone. Good initiation by both drivers. John takes a little bit of angle out of it. Comes up to the inner clip. Rides it very close. On the rumble strips. Big gap now. Jace is going to have to try to play catch up here. Coming into the last outer zone. Both drivers feeling it very good and keeping proximity. Wonderful. Very odd for Jace there. He usually does not. He usually has a fast car and does not allow the gap there. So I guess we'll have to see what happened. But here they are restacked, and we'll see how this one goes. John looks a little bit closer now. Alright, through the chicane clean. Rolling through the gears, down to the first outer zone. John with a big angle. Jace staying solid through it. A little bit wide on that inner clip here. Gives John ability to catch up and stay right in the pocket. Come up to the second inner clip. Jace takes it out. A little touch and go into the last outer zone. John doing a good job of proximity. Jace filling the outer zone completely. And we have a full run. Alright, we'll pull the side-by-side view here. See what we have. Very good drivers. Both of them have set these cars up very well. And this is for the finals. I mean, this is the finals. This is it. This is this is the last one. Maybe, unless there's a one more time. So. Yep. Good runs from both of them. Very, very hard for the judges here. You can tell there are some mistakes. Yeah, this is... There's a lot of deliberation going on, you know. I think the judges do not have a decision there. I think it's gonna be a one more time. Drivers are just sitting here waiting on the line, waiting for the... Yep, the word for one more time. Everybody warming up their tires here, as John is... John's going to find Bigfoot in the woods, I guess. I'm not sure what's happening over here. John, get back on the track. Alright. John is up front. Jace is chasing. Let's see if they can clean up their runs, both of the drivers here. Expect big things from them. Clean through the chicane, coming into the first outer zone. At the 3-2-1 cones, entered early. John's looking good. Got a little bit of a lag issue there. Doesn't seem to mess him up. Much better through here. Hitting the zones. Jace is not so far away. Playing a little bit of catch up. John hitting the zone. Good again. Into the last outer zone here. Riding that outside line. Jace surging real close there. Maybe a little bit of contact. Who's it gonna be? This is anybody's game still. I mean, these are drivers who drive together a lot, especially in real life and in the sim, and it's gonna be tough. John is not starting so far back now. Maybe he was getting too much speed, but maybe he needed to. Jace takes off like a rocket into this outer zone. Right on the edge, right on the perfect line here. Comes up to the inner clip. John with a little bit of a straighten there in the chase. John keeping good proximity, pushing hard. Doesn't affect Jace though. This comes to this last outer zone. Big bobble from John Otani there. Jace, maybe one tire off in the dirt, but he saves it. Let's pull up our replay here. I think the judges will have a decision. Alright, judges have a decision, and we will go to the main group here and get them all up. So that was the end of the run, and now we are in here with the top 4 drivers. Get them lined up here, and we'll go over the winners and the losers.
Come down to the line. So Austin, take it away. I believe we're waiting on Haga actually. So hold on one second.
Yeah, we're waiting on Haga.
There he is. He's coming.
You can go
two yellow cars in the final.
I don't know
four.
yet.
Love to see it.
3 yellow cars in the final 4.
That's not yellow, dude.
That's not yellow, Jace.
My car is
That's
yellow.
not yellow, brother.
It is.
Sorry.
It is yellow.
You're yellow
Yours
and
is-
gay.
This is yellow.
Craft orange. Craft
You're-
No,
orange.
no,
If
no.
that's
no.
yellow,
Yours
it
is
uses its own water fountain.
But orange is my
exactly.
favorite
I do
color,
have bad kidneys. I
and
don't
that's
know.
orange.
Alright.
I do have bad kidneys.
Okay, we have the top 4 drivers here.
We do.
Yep.
It was a very good battles. Actually, there were some very bad battles, but they were very good battles after the one more time. So thank you for cleaning up your one more time battles and making it a little bit better for the judges. So that being said, in 4th place, bringing up the rear, will be Davis in the yellow IS300. Or Alteza, I don't know what that is.
Good on Davis for getting in the final 4 again. Hell yeah, dude.
Congratulations.
3 rounds, dude.
Final
I'll
four,
take you right now.
That's freaking
This guy's
sick.
pushing me around, man. I'm gonna kiss you.
Which means Haga gets 3rd place.
On the podium.
Now up to the finalist here. Our rigged system. No, I'm just kidding. So this one was very tough to
shit.
judge. But coming in at 2nd place will be Jace, which means John gets the win in the finals.
Oh,
That is
shit.
not the way I thought that was going.
God knows went that way.
Good
job,
job.
I
John.
didn't think so.
John,
I thought I
you were
freaking threw it
all
away, dude.
over him on
Hey,
the
get
chain.
in line.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
get in line.
Hold
Straight
on,
left.
hold on, give
I
me
knew
2
I screwed
seconds,
up a
boys.
little bit
Might
by
be our
lead, so
just
it's like,
shit.
all right, I'm either gonna kill him or I'm gonna put on a show.
I'm
one or
resetting
the
it
other.
right now.
Good
Yeah, I
run.
thought I
We
got
have
it,
to
but
do
that
our
was good.
our finalist here. All top 4 will run a tandem train and show you why they are the best of the best and why they made the top 4.
Egg is off
There you
the
go.
It might be
trees.
a top 3 because my shit's a piece of fucking garbage.
He's picking daisies or peeing behind the tree over there.
Yeah, let me reboot, dude. Reboot, give me 30 seconds.
Reboot, brother.
Reboot computer.
Yeah,
or game?
no, I say y'all just run it. No, reboot my game.
We can wait
I
for
don't
him.
know what just
We
happened.
look. I had to reboot everything. It's okay. I had plenty of technical
I hate
difficulties.
this game. Why did we play it?
Exactly.
This set is so
Same.
terrible.
It's terrible. Unfortunately, it's also the
So
best.
bad.
Davis, now that
Yeah.
we have you here, can I ask you about your fitment?
My fitment? Oh yeah. So
'cause-
this is called skinny fitment. It gives me less grip, which makes me feel like I'm a motorcycle.
Nice.
It's a tactic.
That was good. Fucking like, that was good.
And may I ask you about your 4-lug axles here? Why are you running 4 lugs in the rear?
Oh,
I'm
about
at
saving
S13
weight,
purist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saving
S13
weight.
purist.
Saving weight. Okay, nice. Well, good. Yeah, I like your car. That's good. Just wanted to ask about the fitment, if it gave you some special abilities.
All right. With that, before we get rolling here, I do. Oh, sorry.
Fourth place fitment.
Fourth place fitment, but that puts you P3 in the championship.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice,
P3 in the
dude.
championship. Unofficially, I have to go through and redouble check, but
Who'd we knock out?
That's
points
sick.
are up. Casey didn't make it.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, he's
Casey.
gonna be mad. He's gonna hate me. He's gonna be like, damn, dude, you took my tune. Did you even get me in there?
First place, not being able to attend round 1, but with a clean sweep for rounds 2 and 3. They almost going for the hat trick for round 4. Jace Kern wins the Beer Bash Big Angle Brawl.
Good
Oh,
job, bud.
dude.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Massive thing.
Nice.
Randall Kinney in second at 236.
Sick.
Hate that guy.
Davis in third
That's
at
low.
216. Casey missing tonight. It
Was
comes
right.
in at 208. Eric also missing tonight comes in at 176. Haga at 168. Myself at 148. DJ at 144. Russ and Sam tied for 9th
That means y'all got a kiss.
at 128.
Oh,
in here
dude,
to
I'm
kiss.
in. We can finally do this. Holy fuck.
And that is your top 10.
Top
Heck
10.
yeah.
There
Let's
you
go.
go.
Good
So
job, everybody.
man, it's good. It's anybody can win this.
It's
People
fun.
don't show up.
Anybody can win it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta
Yeah,
show
I have a
up.
Luke
The
one
one
like you
show
of
up and play your
73 and I
cards.
made it. I'm clinically done.
I'm third place with like the least amount of experience drifting. I'll take it.
That's
Yeah,
yeah,
Dude,
dude.
Davis has come so far. Like, I still think
Dude,
it's
it's
Jake
so
better.
sick.
That was sick.
Davis, I really like your
Just a-
entries where you come in with a lot more angle than the lead car. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I wish I would stop slowing down so crazy.
Well, that is, angle stall's a thing.
Yep.
Okay, we have all 4 of our top drivers here, and
All right.
y'all are ready to go whenever.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Top 4 drivers coming down the straight into the first zone. Big angle for all of them.
Keep going.
Everyone's
gap.
driving crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy entry from all of us.
Restacking
Christ.
up, getting a little bit closer here, a little bit better. Yeah. This is very
That was Jace's fault. 100% blaming that on Jace.
This is
Let's
very.
do it again.
Do it again.
Davis, yeah, one
keep
more
going, keep
time,
going.
please.
I got left behind.
Shit, there's a fence here, guys.
We all here?
Almost. Hold on.
Maybe
I
not
gotta-
so much sauce for the
Dang, dude.
entry.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
you
like
all
we'll
the
cool it.
sauce.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're going.
We're going.
Yeah, that's
We're going. Yeah, sorry. No one said anything. There we go, boys.
Good tandems.
Getting gapped every single time.
Davis, it's okay. I still have
Forty-nine,
I have you in the,
really
in the
bad
screen.
on the track, dude.
Oh,
That can't be
Oh,
good.
I'm going this
yeah.
direction.
So yeah, that's they're showing why they are
Hi.
top 4.
Yeah,
Somehow
dude,
they made it.
anything besides second on the track? would be fun.
Somehow they made it.
Somehow they made it. I guess I will go ahead and
Runs.
Yeah, very good
Anybody
runs
else
there,
sticking
buddy.
around for driving?
Dude,
Is there
I'm
any
sticking
cars,
around.
tracks anybody wants to throw
Sticking
up? Does anybody
around.
have any recommendations
Davis,
for next season? We
Motherfucker,
have
now
an
I gotta
idea,
hit
we don't
you.
have anything locked in yet. Oh, I just smoked the cones. Holy crap.
well, that
I'm
was
about
it.
to smoke Davis like
Pokey
he's a
big
Thank
cone.
you all the drivers for coming out. Thank you for anybody who watches this.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
sorry for all the difficulties we've
Oh.
had. We are working on it. But that will conclude the stream. That will conclude this season of Beer Bash, the Big Angle Brawl. That was the last round. Stay tuned for info on the next season that we have coming up. And come drive or come hang out and watch. Everyone have a good night.